Every week here on CoastLife, we talk about some different event that's coming up that makes a big difference. We have another one that's coming up in October. It is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Leah, I care about this one a lot. I'm actually going to be there on hand for this event.
I mean, I think this is an event that a lot of people are affected by. I think a lot of people know someone or have a loved one that's been affected by Alzheimer's.
And that's why we've brought in Pam McCutcheon, a committee member for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And Pam, let's start right with you. What drew you to this? Before we get into any of the other stuff, why does this matter to you?
It matters to me a lot because you see it affect so many people. While personally, and thank goodness, I don't have any family members that have been affected by it, but by working in the banking industry, I see it every day.
Yeah.
I see how it affects the family, the caregivers, and the individual. It's been sad to see some of my longtime customers as they age become affected by this horrible, horrible disease.
And it is really difficult. I mean, one of the reasons I like to be involved with this is because I've got family that is currently in memory care out in Utah. My grandparents both are for slightly different things, but we watched as this happened, the way that it kind of just deteriorates a person.
It really does. It really does. It's sad to see that. But it's also encouraging to see what the Alzheimer's organization has done and what they're trying to do, and some of the preventative on the front side, some of the things that we can do every day, the healthy eating, exercise, socialization. It's just, there's 10 healthy habits that we should all listen to and abide by.
So we've got this big event coming up. What is it, so that the people at home understand, and then when is it?
Okay, so it is Saturday, October the 4th at Grove Park in Rehoboth. It's going to be a fabulous event. We have over 285 walkers registered so far.
Amazing.
Which is amazing. And it's just an opportunity to bring families and friends and supporters together where they can be away from the day-to-day care, but be supported by so many people. So it's one of our largest events across the United States. There's over 600 events being held all across the United States, so it's the biggest fundraiser. The goal this year is to raise over $180,000 to help support the organization, and mainly for the caregivers.
Yeah, I mean, the caregivers, it's such a rough position. I know I kind of watched my parents as they took care of my grandmother, the last however many years. And so to have an event like this where people can forget about the stress of it all, and also for a great cause, I think this is it's a win-win. So if somebody's never attended the walk before, what are they in for?
Okay, so registration is at 8 o'clock in the morning at Grove Park. And we recommend everyone come in early and check in. Now, if you haven't pre-registered, we strongly, strongly recommend you pre-register. So
and there's plenty of time to do that right now.
There's plenty of time to do that. So go to the Alzheimer's, it's alz.org/walk, and you can find the local walk. So you can find the one here in Rehoboth. And one of the biggest things is when you get there, you'll be given a flower. And the flower pinwheel kind of is a designation, so there's all different colors. So one of the colors is the yellow, which means you're a caregiver. Orange means that you're concerned and are a supporter. Blue would mean someone you know is living with the disease. Purple means you've lost someone. There will be a single white flower that will be in the garden that will designate the very first person that passed from Alzheimer's. And I did read over 22,000 individuals in the state of Delaware over the age of 65 are dealing with this disease.
That's a lot.
And then there's 32,000 caregivers, unpaid caregivers, so it's your family members that are taking care of these individuals. So we really need to come together and really try to help raise awareness and support for everyone.
Now, I know this isn't the only walk that you guys have going on. There's one upstate in Wilmington, so
Correct.
folks maybe really fall in love with this one. You want to walk some more, or you're just going to be closer to Wilmington coming up. How can people participate in that one?
Same way, go to the alz.org/walk, put in the zip code, and you'll get all the information about all the walks.
Perfect. There you go. So we'll give you a minute to do that. Again, that pre-registration is going to come in handy if you're definitely planning on going. You've cleared your schedule, so we'll give you that chance. Pam, thank you so much for coming in today. Thank you you so much for what you're doing
Thank
and
you.
spreading the word about this and getting people together.
Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Charlie, for being there.
Anytime. I
greatly
told
appreciate
you,
it.
like I said, it's a really unique event to be at. It feels special when you're there and you see the way that this disease has impacted so many different people and how they're still fighting through it. And I think that's what makes a real difference for the community.
Absolutely. I agree.
Well, Pam, thank you. Thank you again for being here.
Absolutely.
Of course. From your walking shoes to your dancing shoes, when we get back on Coast Life, we're going to tell you about the upcoming Party with a Purpose.